The launch of the next generation Everest is a big deal, not least because it's the first all-new Ford we've sampled in a long time, but also because South Africans have shown a real appetite for a lifestyle SUV that has an inkling for the tough stuff. Now in its third generation, the new Everest on paper appears to be a vast improvement over its predecessor, but that unfortunately comes with the sticker price to match. During the 2-day media launch event, we not only pushed the limits of the Everest, but also our own off-roading abilities.
Now our next task is I'm going to do this rock climb. So I need to maintain a nice straight line here and just apply consistent throttle. And this is where you can feel this little 2-liter working very hard. 500 Newton meters. Let's get them working. And it's amazing. I'm actually using such low revs. The vehicle just is able to get me out of it. Just be patient. Brake. Okay. Oh man, I thought I had it. I thought, let me just stay consistent. Oh man. Okay.
Back a little.
Sure. So this next section is called the axle twister. Now what this allows me to do is to show just how good the car's traction control system works without activating low range. Feel that as the car shifts from side to side. It's incredible just seeing the systems work and work. The car sensors, I got no grip, more power, get me out of it, and we're out. Oh, come on, more, come on, car. There we go. There we go. I'm liking you, Ford Everest. I am liking you. So we've clearly established that this next generation Ford Everest is more capable than the vehicle it replaces. But let's look a little bit deeper to see what else has changed in this car.
It's clear that the new Everest borrows heavily from the Ranger it's based on. Its squared-off front end and C-shaped headlamps conform with Ford's new global design language, and the result is a purposeful and bold design. This is the Sport derivative, which sees the grille, side and skid plates coated with a layer of glossy black, while the more expensive Platinum model replaces that with chrome, among other updates.
But the biggest talking point with this model is that it uses a V6 diesel turbocharged engine, which gives us 184 kilowatts and 600 Newton meters. Now, a car that is large, we're automatically associated with a larger engine, and manufacturers keep on proving to us that you don't need a bigger engine. Something like a 2-liter turbo works just fine. And I think this is exactly the case with this vehicle for me. Yes, it's got a lot of power. Yes, it's got a lot of torque. And it does really add to the driving experience. It feels more refined and premium chugging about in a V6 as opposed to a 2-liter turbo. But we need to remember that the power bump is only 100 Newton meters and about 30 odd kilowatts. So it's not huge. And for me, I think overall, you're actually better off for saving a bit of bucks and getting yourself the 2-liter turbo diesel, because that engine is really the sweet spot. We all know that these types of cars use a ladder on-frame chassis, and as a result, the ride quality tends to be compromised. But I don't feel that in this vehicle. Taking corners, driving fast, driving slow, the car's damping feels very positive. It leans more on the firmer side of things, but to me, I'd rather have a slightly firmer SUV as opposed to one that rolls all over the place. And with a ladder on-frame chassis, if it's not firm, it will roll. The new Everest is of course overall bigger, and that is going to really help your passengers on the third row, where they generally tend to suffer in vehicles like this. I'm happy to report that someone my size can easily fit at the back, and even someone a bit taller as well, even though that's not that difficult to achieve. But overall, this is a proper 7-seater, and it's a car that you can easily fill extended family, and even that grandma or mother-in-law that you might not want in the car can also fit in there, so you'll be good. I like my mother-in-law though, just as in case you're wondering. So, the interior of this new Everest is one of its biggest talking points, but an even bigger talking point is the screen. There's a lot going on here. On the one side, you've got this Ford icon where you can press the vehicle and you can go through a number of settings regarding the car. You can even activate a bit of a sketch pad, which is quite cool. The screen is quite intuitive. The Sync 4 system is quite different to the ones that I've experienced before, so you might need to take a bit of time to acclimatize yourself to how it works, but once you do, it's quite easy to use. So whenever there's a lot of hype behind a new car, there's a small part of you that hopes that you're not disappointed. Am I disappointed with the new Ford Everest? Certainly not. If anything, I walked away thoroughly impressed with just how refined and how far this car has gone. Ford has really done a number at pushing this vehicle to a whole new level. Which leads us to pricing. Now, the new Ford Everest starts off at 965,000 Rand and tops off at 1.1 million for the top of the range Platinum spec. Now, that may seem like a lot of money, but in today's car market, it's actually quite reasonable. The size, the capabilities, and the all-round new tech that you get in this vehicle is something that you just won't get in other manufacturers playing in this space currently. So yes, it may not be cheap, but I do think that this is the new benchmark within this segment. So at the end of the day, it can definitely justify its price tag.